Who there? Hello? Who there? Hello? Duke!
Oh, no. Hey, I just got to get set up here.
That's all right. No worries. Take your time. I thought maybe you were going to be up on the ceiling.
It's cold out here.
I see that, man. I'm telling you, man. I just remember you out there sweating your face off, and now you're freezing it.
Oh, man. I think this time next year, I'll have this place all decked out with heaters and fireplaces, and it'll be nice. All right, 1 second. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, next year you'll have it'll be legit.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of you that are watching what we're doing, just hang tight. We've got a couple of minutes here before we get kicked into gear. So grab your popcorn, grab your favorite beverage, get your pen, paper, and we'll be rocking and rolling here in just a few minutes. All righty. What's up, Jake?
So, Justin.
Sneaking in here like some kind of stealth, false stealth.
Hi.
Who's that?
Amy.
Hey, Amy. What's going on?
I forgot it was gonna be camera. I'm good.
No, you didn't. You're on camera.
I know.
What do you mean you forgot? Don't worry. I promise I won't mute you tonight.
Oh, good. It was hilarious.
Did you want to do a quick countdown?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
I love it. I was talking to Vaughn this morning, and I said, Vaughn, he said, how was the call? I said it was really good. We had a lot of people on there. We did we did an invitation opening, and he goes, oh great, how'd that go? I said, well, it started off real good until I muted Amy. He goes, and I do the same thing with him when we start the corporate calls. I go, okay, we're going live in 5. And I said, so I did that, and I started the video, and I heard Amy go 2, 1. And I said it was so cute. She was counting out loud.
Well, I didn't know you could hear me.
Yeah, I didn't know either. All right, so good. We'll get started here in just a few minutes, guys. It looks like we got some viewers coming in. Dave is going to be climbing up on that ceiling. I think that's where he's positioning himself tonight, is on the ceiling. You see that lamp right there?
Yeah. Dave left the call.
He shut his video off, I think.
You're like, I'm out of here.
All right, so let me see here. What's going on over here? because I can see the chat. And so, all right, so we've got 14 people watching right now. Hello, hello, hello. We'll be getting into it here in just about another minute. Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday night. My wife and I had an opportunity to go out. We just got back from Longhorns. You guys have Longhorns? You like Longhorns?
Love Longhorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. We tried to go to Olive Garden, and the Olive Garden had like a 55-minute wait. It was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, there was so many
Long
people
time.
trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a bar. So
Olive Garden?
yeah, they not the one by us.
Oh, yeah, I actually took my wife there today for lunch.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We like Olive Garden. So we went to Longhorns and wound up. It was a 45-minute wait at Longhorn. But we found 2 spots at the bar and went up there. We were going to just have a drink while we waited and decided to eat at the bar, and so it was much easier.
Yeah.
So
Get leads.
All right,
Get
well-
leads while we're waiting.
what's that?
I said I'm getting leads coming in while we're sitting here chatting.
Oh, good.
There you go. Perfect. All right. So I guess Dave will be back. I think Jennifer's going to be joining us. Let me just pop a little note in here and see what her status is. All right. You're up in Nantucket, aren't you?
Yeah, we're getting a blizzard.
Oh yeah, fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just what I wanted.
yeah. It's pouring rain here. It's like a torrential rain pour coming down right now.
Oh, yeah, I believe
I
it.
keep hearing things. I think those are. Let me see what's going on here.
Some of it's me. Hold on.
Oh, no worries. Oh, that's fine. All right, Jennifer is on her way. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We'll talk. I know that with this, everything is getting recorded, so we're all, it's all good fun. Where's my window?
Oh, there's
All right,
Dave.
Dave Duke's in the house. And Jennifer's on her way, and Jake is camera shy, just so y'all know.
What?
He's either camera
Yeah.
shy or he really loves that picture. That picture looks pretty good of you, Jake, right there. I'm telling you, Jake, that picture's ever since I met you.
Oh,
There
there
he
he
is. He's not
it.
camera shy. That picture's
thought-
always the picture I see of you, man. It's everywhere.
I thought Jake was doing the mannequin challenge there for a second.
Yeah.
That's $1 million smile, man.
That is $1 million smile, man. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right, so let's jump in here. I've got some stuff that I'm gonna start out with here.
Hey, Justin, can you tell how many folks we have on the training?
Yeah,
call?
we've got 12 just went down to 11. We had 14 viewers a moment ago. So I want to start out a little bit with I've got a couple of things I'm going to cover, and then I'll let you guys I want to get your take on some of this stuff, and then anything you guys want to share with the group would be great, okay? I want to start and talk to everybody about mindset. Having the proper mindset in our industry, and really in anything you're doing. If you're an athlete, like my Hulk shirt, that's Baby Hulk. Having the proper mindset in whatever you're doing. If you're going to reach the pinnacle of what it is you're doing, again, we're talking about network marketing, and we'll plug this book all day long. It's the Network Marketer's Bible, GoPro. You're trying to become a professional, right? And if you want to become a professional football player, professional basketball player, you know, a high-paid lawyer, or you know, $1 million surgeon, whatever it is, you've got to have the proper mindset in whatever you're doing. And so the mindset, you own your own business. You're not this is not a job. You're not paying a company to go out and work for a company. At the end of the year, you're going to be responsible to file your taxes on all of the money that you earn. In fact, this year, for those of you that are in Voltage, you should be writing off your that's a whole nother conversation, but writing off your monthly fees. And so your mindset has to be that you own $1 million business. We're in a $1 trillion industry. And so you have to have the proper mindset from the get-go. So when people ask you, you know, why do I have to pay to work for your company? You don't have to pay to work for my company. You're investing in a business. Everything has a cost of business, and this one is $14 a month. And so as I know you guys are dealing with that. I know people are asking those questions because they're asking me those questions. You know, I get at least one person a day that I'm working with as we're networking online, and they ask me, what a scam. I've got to pay to work for you're not working for my company. You're investing in your own business. It's an affiliate business. And so, you know, you get a website, you get capture pages, and you get funnels, and you get training, and you get technical support. That stuff costs money. It's not free. So having that proper mindset is huge. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about professional development. And professional development, if you're working on your professional development, guess what? You're going to find the right mindset. If you're investing and soaking your brain in books and videos of people. I just got done watching. It was great, man. I clicked on I was trying to watch an update. It was a short little video that I saw about Ronda Rousey. And so I clicked on that video, and guess what the ad was for the video? It was Tai Lopez. And it was pretty cool because it was a 5-minute ad. And so I sat there and watched this 5-minute video of Tai Lopez talk about the first thing he talked about was finding out what drives you. He's got cars. I mean, he just bought a Bentley Ghost. He's got another Bentley. He's got this brand new Lamborghini. And so for him, cars drive him. He's driven by being able to buy cars. And then he talked about, you know, charity and helping his family. But if you're on this training and you're trying to be successful in the AMP company, in the AMP business, you've got to find out what drives you. That's your why. So back to the mindset. But if you're soaking, you know, if you're spending 15, 20 minutes every day, there's 24 hours in the day. Everybody has the same 24 hours. And so if you're spending, you know, 15, 20 minutes every day, whether you're plugging in some earbuds and you're multitasking and listening to an audio clip, or if you get the books on audio, or if, you know, before you conk out at night, you know, this is another good one, Simon Sinek, you know, start with why. You know, if you're investing some time into your personal development every day, that's going to get you in the right mindset. But the big point is it's about commitment. You have to. Let me say this first. I don't care how many businesses you guys are involved in. AMP Voltage does not care about how many businesses you're involved in. We're not one of those companies that's like, hey, you better not be out promoting something else. And I know those companies. I've been a part of one of those companies. There's a lot of companies out there. We don't care how many businesses you're involved in. But here's the fact. People follow leaders. People want to work with leaders. You're out there telling people that this AMP business is the best business in the world. And then I turn around and I see you promoting 6 other businesses, and those 6 other businesses you're telling people are the best business in the world. So I'm just going to give it to you from my standpoint, and then I'm going to ask you guys to kind of chime in on this. If you're trying to recruit me, if you're trying to get me to join your team, and you're telling me that I can make, you know, 6 figures a year, $10,000 a month, unlimited income, And then I turn around the next day and I see you promoting 3 other businesses. My question to you is why? Is AMP not enough for you? Are you not getting the why? And so if you want to go out and you want to get A players and you want to get builders and you want to get leaders and you're out there promoting 6, 7, 8, 9, I found a guy today that literally he had a link to a page, guys, that had 12 businesses on the page. 12. And so people are going to follow people that are committed, that are leaders, and that believe in the company. What do you guys have to say? Amy, what do you think?
I completely agree with you. I mean, I was in the, the product business for so long, and I'm just done with product businesses, honestly. I'm looking for technology. I'm looking for, what's going on right now. The latest and the greatest. And I'm just like a one company woman, if you know what I mean. Like,
it's my kind of woman.
To have to go out there. Yeah, I don't want to go out there and push and promote because it feels weird to me. It feels like, oh, well, there's this company or there's that company, but I don't, it's just too phony. And the one thing that I want to aspire, I don't want to be a phony or a fraud or somebody that just would go for anything. I mean, this is a real amazing situation that we have right here, and I feel like it is the best thing out there right now. And and I just think that trying to push too many things, you can't serve too many things and do a good job, and that's my opinion on it.
Our vice president of sales, Vaughn Tarver, who's been in the industry for 29 years and has been built in those 29 years, has been a master distributor of 4 companies. He says it real clearly. You can be in multiple businesses and you can maintain 2 or 3 businesses, but it's impossible to build more than one. And so if you want to build a residual income, if you want to build an organization and you're out there promoting 6 or 7 different businesses, all you're doing is making white noise. You're confusing your prospects. Just think about it. I'm going to tell you today, Dave, that I've got the best business in the world. It's AMP. You've got to get in. You're going to make 6 figures. You go to sleep. You're thinking about joining AMP. And tomorrow you see me send the same message about 3 other companies. What does that do for you?
Creates doubt.
Yeah.
And and if you have doubt, you've just gone into a paralysis. You're not going to make any decision because now you can't trust what you're hearing.
That's right. That's right. And so we work in it's a people business. You can't build a 6-figure income in the network marketing industry without networking with people. If you take out people out of the equation, you don't have anything. And so yeah, I mean, that's really the message. The message is, people don't follow here. And here's just kind of on top of that is, I had somebody say to me the other day, they said, first of all, we're talking about a whole nother animal. We're talking about a business that costs $14 a month. We're not talking about a $200 entry fee and a $150 auto ship that you have to pay every month. We're talking about $14. And so the guy said to me, yeah, this looks good, but I'm gonna check with a couple of my friends first and see if they're interested. And I said, okay. I said, so you're basically going to go and try and talk your friends into joining something that you're not ready to join.
Mm-hmm.
So it's have the proper mindset. Listen, if you're here, if you're on the training, if you're catching this on a playback, and you're in multiple things, I would tell you, listen, and this might not be the one for you. I mean, you have to, identify what is the one that's going to, for me, it's what's the one that's going to get you to that goal financially, and then kind of pick. But Jake, I know you've been in the industry for some time, and what do you think about all this? What do you have to say?
I would probably just reiterate what you guys just said. I've actually heard probably about 4 of the top past 2 weeks, 4 of the top industry leaders say pretty much the exact same thing. Possible to run 2 businesses, but like you said, going to make six to seven figures, 2 to 3 different businesses. Like you said earlier, that you know, if your team members or prospects see you posting, saying the same thing about the next company the next day, well, they're going to think, well, what you know, if you're talking about AMP as your primary business, but you're promoting something else, then AMP must not be, you know, all that cracked up to be. So, yeah, like Dave said, it's going to create doubt.
Yep.
You know, it is interesting, not to cut you off, Jake, but you know, they talk about millionaires, right? There's supposedly supposed to have, what is it, 7 streams of income. But what I'm thinking is a lot of those situations are probably, you know, quiet vehicles that they've got, investments that are paying them residuals, and anything that they're in the public eye, they're probably known for focusing on one thing. I know that in networking, if you model yourself after, you know, the top people that are making super successful, you don't see them jumping around or promoting multiple things. You know, I could name some names, but you just see them focusing day in and day out on the one thing that they're building. Maybe they do have some quiet things in the background, but they're, you know,
Yeah.
public face focused on one thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jake.
No, I was going to say, yeah, ideally what I think what David's saying, those type of guys with the 7 stream of income, they're usually, if they're pushing other type of businesses, is passive income, like real estate and some type of stocks, where you don't have to actually be actively engaged in it. So, you know, you're getting residual income possibly passively. So, yeah, but not necessarily network marketing or direct sell companies trying to promote 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's all like you said. I mean, I think the moral of the story is you can maintain, you know, if you take a company and you grow an organization to, you know, 20, 30,000 paying distributors, you know, at that point it would be safe to say that you can probably go and start building another business. But so the message here really is, again, we're not telling you how many businesses you need to be in, but we're telling you, if you've been struggling, take a look at your portfolio. You know, how much are you, you know, if you're sitting here today and you know, you're having a hard time, we're going to get into more of the training, but if you're having a hard time bringing people in here and you're in 5 or 6 different companies, it's time to rethink what you're doing. Again, for me personally, somebody isn't gonna recruit me that isn't, their flag is not planted with the company that they're talking to me about. I've got to feel confident and secure that that company has given them everything that they need to hit their business goals for me to do that. And you know, you guys should be out there trying to find the builders, trying to find the leaders. You know, you want to bring somebody in that, you know, can turn around and grow a team of 1,000 people. You don't want to bring in 50 people that might be able to go out and bring on one person. That's the kind of mindset that you should have. Let me move in here. Let's talk a little bit about, I want to talk a little bit about selling versus inviting. I see a lot of people, and it's something that I've had to work on, and I still have to work on it today. By no means am I perfect at this. In fact, I fall subject to it all the time. But we can't be selling this program. It's about inviting. If you're out there trying to sell people, and you know, you get in that first conversation and your prospect says, you know what, I'm interested in and it's amazing, and this is what you got to do, and we're going to make this much money, and here's all. No, that's selling. If you're selling, listen, nobody likes to be sold, but everybody likes to buy, is one of the statements that they say out there. Nobody wants it. You know, you walk into the men's store or the women's store to buy a suit or something. You know, I'm going in there to spend money. You know, you get hit by that first sales guy. Hey, what can you have? I see what size you are. I usually say to him, I said, listen, I'm here to buy something. I'm going to buy something. You're not selling me anything. I'm going to go find myself a suit. And so, if you guys can master the technique of inviting, just invite. Listen, we've got a sizzle call on Tuesday night. It's literally 15 minutes long. They might be going a little bit longer with testimonials now, but it's literally 15 minutes long, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know about the business. Let me set you up. I'll register you. You'll get an email. Come and check it out. You don't sell anybody to have to come to the sizzle call. And so, you know, people get anxious out there. I see everybody's getting so anxious because we do have something that's really cool. And if you're in and you believe that you can make a bunch of money, typically you try and go out there and if you're trying to sell people, the selling of it is you're overdoing it, and you're gonna lose a lot more people than you are that are gonna want to take a look. And so I see a lot of people just going over the top. I could just imagine what some conversations are like once you get somebody in the chat and they're like, "This looks really great. Tell me about it." What do you guys think?
I'll go first. I think I'm, even as a leader, or so quote unquote leader. Thank you for reminding me of that. so maybe there's a lot of people out there that are also forgetting that too. This can be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Than
I do it every day, man. I mean, I find myself wanting to just go over the top. Bob Healy, virtual upline guy, he's got a really cool website, by the way. I've got a link that LJ sent me that tracks all of his trainings and stuff. He's called the Virtual Upline, and he has a really good video about they're two completely separate events: the invitation and the presentation. A lot of people you combine those together and it becomes one, and it becomes real muddy. And so it's like, hey, come and take a look at my business, and here's what I have, boom, ABC, 1, 2, 3. And so now you've just invited and you've presented in the same thing. In fact, nobody should be doing any presentations. That's why we have the tools for. You invite, hey, listen, you know, and Dave had a really good one, you know, hey, listen, this may or may not be for you. The moment you say that to somebody, it completely takes all the pressure off, and they're not coming into this thinking, God, if I watch this video, Dave's going to expect me to join his business. No, it may or may not be for you, but for too much time passed, I really wanted to share this with you, and you know, let me know if you could take a look at my 2-minute video. That's an invitation. You're inviting them to look at a video. You're inviting them to come to a sizzle call. You're inviting to get on a 3-way call with your upline. That's the invitation. Let the tools, let the video, let your website, let your sponsor, if it's a 3-way call, let the other resources do the presentation.
Yeah, the way I worded that was to show that, hey, I cared enough to share this with you. And the way I worded that was, hey, I saw you, you know, in XYZ location, pass you by without showing that, you know, being sure to show you this, you know. So it's kind of just lets them know, hey, I was going to leave without saying anything, but here, take a look at this awesome thing.
Here's one that worked for me today, Dave. A guy that I've had my eye on for a while. I mean, I don't know how successful he is, but I see him all over the place posting stuff, and I see him posting a lot of motivational stuff, and he gets a lot of engagement on his post. And so I talked to him about 3 months ago, and then we talk every now and again. But he reached out to me and said I commented on one of his posts, and I immediately got an inbox messenger. Said, hey man, Happy New Year. What's good? And so, you know, I said, hey, good, man. I said, hey, listen, I said, I know you're working, I know you're in that one business, man, and you're probably doing great. And honestly, you probably don't have any time for anything else because you are doing so great. I said, but can I show you something, man, just so you can at least take a look at it? And he said, sure. I mean, listen.
Nope.
What's that?
No pressure.
No pressure. Like, listen, dude. I see you out there, and I think it's MWR or whatever it is, one of those travel party companies. I said, listen, man, I see what you're doing, and dude, I know you're probably killing it. You probably don't have any time for this, but let me just show you. Let me send you a 2-minute video. Dude, he watched the video. He was completely stoked out. And so now he's trying to process in his mind, how am I going to find time to do this thing? Because he really is investing all of his time over there. But now I got him thinking, He said, man, he goes, that looks, he started asking me questions. Those questions are buying questions. And so again, anything you can do to take the pressure off of a prospect, this may or may not be for you. Hey, listen, man, I see you over there crushing it in MCA. I see you crushing it, but hey, if you got a little spare time, this might be something you want to take a look at. And I think you'll get more people, you'll get more open doors to people actually wanting to take a look at the business. What do you guys think? Everybody on the same page for that one?
Agreed. I do tons of inviting. I need the second step to that. I invite.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that. So are these conversations you're having with people where you invite, or are you just dropping something in the messenger and say, hey, take a look at this, and then they never respond?
No, I mean, I have had my days of doing both of those, Justin, but I get far more, back and forth is better. Like, hey, how are you? What's going on? How's your new job? How's your kids? Great. Hey, would I just got into this new business. I'm sure you've been seeing me post about it. Yes. Would you take a look at the 2-minute video? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Crickets. No. Or sometimes you can see that they clicked on it. Sometimes you can't. But this is like where I'm learning and growing. It's like, what do you do after that? So they watched it, and we all know it's awesome. We all know it's, So then, yeah. What's next?
Well,
I have a lot of that out there right now. I have a lot of people saying they're interested.
That's the next thing on my list. It's called follow up.
Yeah.
Follow up.
I need some of that.
You took my topic for tonight.
Oh, go.
Good. Well, we can talk about it.
That's.
No.
Are you kidding?
No, it's okay. It was only 5 seconds. I only had 5 seconds.
Well, start with your 5 seconds and I'll close it out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my I was trying to find, I don't think I have it on here, but I have the statistics that I put together for the follow-up and conversions. I think it's
yeah. I read it.
There you go.
I love it. But then how do you keep track of that? Like my friend Keith just came back to me tonight, and I'd asked him to look at the video, and he wrote back, sure will. I sure will. So what, in 2 days I say, hey Keith, did you get a chance to look at the video? Right?
No, I would say right now, dude, it's 2 minutes. Watch it right now, man. I'm not going anywhere till you tell me what you think.
Okay.
That's what I would say. He took the time to come and, dude, you're here right now, Keith. Watch the video. Here it is again. It's right here. Watch the video.
Okay.
It's literally 2 minutes. I've called my friends and I've said, and I'm using it, guys. So for any of you that think what I share, I don't share it unless it works. And so the whole picking up the phone and calling somebody that's in my cell phone. I talked to somebody the other day. They were numbers my phone. Guess what? I haven't talked to them in 8 months.
Uh-huh.
They barely could remember who I was. And I said to them, hey, what's going on, man? It's Justin. And they were probably like, Justin. They're not going to say Justin who, because they're going to feel stupid. So they say, what's going on, Justin? What's up? I said, dude, I found it. And they said, what'd you find? I said, dude, I found a way for you to make $10,000 a month. Yeah, come on. What are you talking about? I said, listen, I got a 2-minute video. I'm sending you the video. I'm not putting my phone down. I'm going to stand in this same spot. I want you to call me as soon as you're done with the video. That's the exact call. That was exactly how it went. He said to me, what's the video about? I said, dude, it's 2 minutes. It's 120 seconds of your life. Go watch the video and call me back. The dude called me back in 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Awesome.
So.
And then what did that go? How did that go?
Well, we'll get there in a second. The guy opted in. He's basically taking a look at the business. He hasn't signed up yet, but he's probably going to sign up. But the point is, and don't even go there with me, Amy, because guys, do you know that Amy has a phone list with over 500 names and numbers on it? Jake, 500 is her warm market. We just got to get Amy to pick up the phone, spend an hour a day, and I just had, I don't know if she's watching, but Brandy lives over here near us, and she came and had lunch with us tonight. She's on board. And I told her the same thing. She's got a ton of friends, a ton of people. She's in real estate. She's got a Rolodex full of people. And I said, all you have to do is pick up the phone and do that. Hey, Joe, it's Brandy. What's going on, Brandy? Well, Joe, I found it. What'd you find, Brandy? I found a way for us to make $10,000 a month. Get out of here, Brandy. No, really, Joe, I did. I'm sending you a 2-minute video. Watch it. And if you're into it, call me back. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to sell them. You don't have to worry if they're into it. You just make those phone calls and you let them roll through. And so the follow-up is you've got to follow up. You've got to touch base. Well, I don't have I tried to find it and I got tied up before I can get back to it, but it's like, what is it? 80% of people that 80% of the people you bring onto your team are going to require more than 7 follow-ups, right? That sounds about right. They say people need to see something 7 times before they take action. And so my note on that is it takes a person 7 times seeing something before they take action. And so what does that mean? That means you guys have to be consistent with your marketing. You have to be consistent with your messaging. The next person that joins AMP and spends a day posting in 15 or 20 groups and then comes up to me and says, this isn't working, I'm blocking you from Facebook. I mean, are you kidding me? Rome wasn't built in a day. Use whatever analogy you want, but the point is you have to be consistent with your message. The same thing with the people that like to post on your Facebook wall. Some of you are posting 15 times a day, amp. And what you don't realize is Facebook algorithms have basically diminished that to where your posts that get no engagement, no likes, no comments are served up to like 5% of your friends. And so if you have 150 friends, like 7 of them are going to see that post. 7 of them. But you have to be consistent with your marketing, consistent with your message, committed to the business. Your flag is planted. You've got a plan. You wake up in the morning, or before you go to bed, and you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. And okay, here I've got an hour lunch. I'm going to run over the Denny's for 20 minutes and grab a bite to eat, which gives me 40 minutes to get online and do what I have to do. 40 minutes to make some phone calls, 40 minutes to do my follow-up. Then when I get home, I'm going to change the kids. I'm going to make dinner for your husband. And then you got 20 minutes where you're going to break out the book and you're going to read it. What we're talking about is we're trying to help you guys lift your game. You got to increase your game, your skill sets. I don't know, guys, I get pretty passionate because everybody joins this business and everybody wants to make 6 figures and they start out with the wrong mindset. They don't realize that it actually takes work, that you have to be consistent, that you have to do it day in. Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks ever, spent how many years in his career studying and practicing the art of football every day for 10, 15 years. You want to reach that level of success in network marketing that Peyton Manning, posting 6 ads in a group every day is not going to cut it.
No.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I agree. Well, I personally don't do the groups. I see you guys doing them, and I think it's great. I'll go and like something, but like you said, I have such a huge warm market right now, and people that I contact, even on Facebook, talking to people back and forth. I talked to a friend of mine on the phone last night. I do better with that. I don't know. Like you said, like no one goes in there to look for a deal or a company. I don't go in there and look for a company.
I would say the only thing that you get from doing those from doing the advertisements in the group is you'll get the attention of your friends. Like my notifications, they let me know anytime somebody's posting something. And so, maybe somebody's looking for a business opportunity that's on my on my Facebook friend list, and they see me post and they're like, oh, Justin's posting, let me go check that out. And so, Dave found, I think Dave, you found Jennifer with a post in the group. Am I wrong?
right?
Yeah, and Cartina also, right?
What's that?
But you went and found them.
What I
They were looking for something, and then you instant messaged them, correct?
No.
Yeah, I messaged Jennifer.
Yeah.
And because she put more info on someone else's
Right.
opportunity, and I just did a typical, your standard. Hey, I saw you posting in the groups. I forget exactly how I worded that one, but it was simple. It was just I saw you posting, and I'm looking for leaders, and I've got this opportunity in the app and game industry. It was very simple, and she had been praying thing that she could really sink her teeth into, and when she saw what we had over here, she felt like it was kind of an answer to what she was looking for. So then she's become one of my top leaders.
Yeah.
But you just never know. You got to reach out to people. And the other thing about follow up, when we engage almost for the first couple times, you're kind of viewed as a marketer, but up the right way, you're viewed as a person. You get more of on a personal level. Like I had a guy today that I followed up with, and he said, "I'm homeless. A year ago, my 5-month-old son died, and he was homeless. He lost his wife. He doesn't have a car, and he's just distraught. He said, "I'm a nobody. I know you're busy. I'm just a nobody." And I had to tell him, "Dude, you're not a nobody, and I'm going to help you." But that's an extreme example. But with people, if you can engage more on a human level as opposed to a marketing level.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's powerful.
I agree.
I think another thing people don't realize is there's a difference between chasing people and following up with them. You shouldn't be chasing anybody. In fact, the moment that your prospect feels that you are desperate and they are viewed as a dollar sign, they'll never join your business. They can come to the understanding that you have the best business opportunity in the world. They will not join you the moment they feel that you're desperate. And so you don't necessarily have to just follow up and say, "Hey, are you ready to join? Hey, you're ready to join. Hey, you're ready to join." Like Dave said, follow up and have a conversation with people. Get to know, meet them where they're at, find out some things, what's going on in their life, because the stronger that relationship gets, the higher your chances go of that person is going to decide to join your business. Listen, it would be great if every single person that watched our video felt the way we feel about this business. But that's just not the case. There are people that are going to watch that video that just don't see what we see, and that's okay. Everybody's not going to have your vision. But too many people believe that building a team and recruiting somebody is a one-time event. So I talked to Dave today. Dave says, "Hey, I saw you posting. Do you have a video?" I show you a video, and then I don't hear back from you. That's it. Dave didn't join my business. He's done. It's a process. You should have a pipeline. You should have people that are coming into the pipeline and seeing it, and then going through the pipeline. And so you might have somebody that's getting close to make a decision, and then boom, you're putting another person in the pipeline. So that as that pipeline, you constantly have people coming into that pipeline. You've got, that's where, Eric Worre talks about reaching out and adding, 1 to 2 people to your list every day. Where do you get those people? You can find them online. You can find them in the groups. You can find them on Facebook or on Twitter or Instagram or on LinkedIn or on Google+. I mean, there's so many. You can find them. I had a talk tonight with the waiter or the bartender rather, and we got her card. And so guess what? That bartender is now, she's on my warm market. She don't know it, but she's in my warm market. 2 weeks might go by and I might give her a buzz and say, "Hey, listen, we were in the restaurant 2 weeks ago and I just wanted to call and let you know I got a way that can get you out from behind that bar if you're interested." What are you talking about? "Well, I got a 2-minute video. You got time to watch it?" Again, it's the, you want to be adding those people, following up with those people. And so too many people, back to my point, is too many people make one point of contact and then never talk to that person again. And it's a process, guys.
Agreed.
Jake, what do you got to say?
So So since we're on the subject of actually, finding different avenues of people, one of the things that I've done, kind of started it about a year ago, but with my schedule being in the military, it's kind of hard for me to do it on a regular basis. But a year ago, I went to the Meet is a app called Meetup.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it.
But Meetup.com is excellent. If you download the app and just search like network marketing companies, you'll be able to find that there's several network groups right there in your town that meet up maybe once a week, once a month. And these are ideal people that's already in the business, direct sales, network marketing, business owners they're entrepreneurs. And I just signed one of my friends that I met through this group a few days ago. His name is Dave too. So just putting it out there, you don't have to stay on social media. Use your phone like Justin is saying, your phone contacts, but there is a lot of people out there in your network groups that's in your town that you can.
Well, there's to piggyback on that. I mean, if you don't have kids that you're having to watch during the day, I used to run, when I was in advertising sales, I used to run a weekly business networking lunch, which was, your painters and your real estate guys and your mortgage guys and whatever else. And it's usually about 25 to 30 local business people. And you can attend that lunch every week. And there's all kinds of those meetings where you can come in there and, pass around some business cards and tell people. You got about a minute to tell people what you do and what you got. But that's another one too. You can just go in there. If I didn't have these 4 chillins running around,
really the principle that we're trying to cover here, guys, and you've seen me say this before. If you live by advertising in the Facebook groups, you will starve. You won't. Yep. You will starve. Get yourself out there. Jake is right. You can download the app. It's called Meetup. Is it Meetup or Meet Me? What's it called, Jake?
Meetup.
Yeah, Meetup.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I haven't used it in a while. In fact, I haven't used it since we moved down here. I had a couple of nice connections in Philadelphia, but you just have to branch out and you have to create more lead sources for yourself. Couple of things I want to cover real quick is you want all of your new members, anybody that you bring into the business that becomes a member, you want them to go out there and complete the AMP kickoff training 101. There's a document in there. I just had a great call with Dennis Parker. Dennis Parker is actually, Dennis Parker might be on here. If you're on here, Dennis, or if you're catching this on the recording, what's going on, man? Dennis was a guy that was introduced to AMP through a Facebook friend of mine who was dragging his feet and never joined. And then Dennis just reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, man, and I didn't quite remember Dennis off the top of my head, and said, what's going on?" And he was like, "Dude, he's like, I'm trying to join." I'm like, "All right, great, let's join." He's like, "Well, I'm waiting for so-and-so." And I said, "Oh yeah, that's right." I said, "Well, have you reached out to me?" He said, "Yeah." He told me he doesn't know now. I said, "Listen, here's my link, get signed up and let's get rocking and rolling." And so Dennis signed up, and Dennis completed the training and went out and got himself a notebook, and he wrote his commitment statement. I'm telling you right now, guys, you want every single one of your people to write that commitment statement, because they're going to have miserable days in the industry. They're going to have days when 10 out of 10 people told them they're crazy, they're wasting their time, take a hike, beat it. And so that commitment statement is going to get them through those days. Commitment to the company, commitment to their family, and a commitment to themselves. And then most importantly, sign and date it. But Dennis went through that. He created his Christmas list of all of the things he'd like to buy this year with cash, went through his financial goals of what he really would like to make out of this. And again, be realistic. I've had some of these kickoff calls with people that were literally working at Walmart for $12 an hour. And when I told them what their financial goals were, they told me $25,000 a month. And I said, I love your attitude, man, but seriously, you don't make $25,000 in a year. Let's start a little bit more realistic. So anyway, Dennis knocked out his list. He has 70 names in his warm market. You know, see, people are out there telling you, don't call your friends, don't call your family. Listen, I agree with that if you're trying to sell potions, lotions, and pills. If you're trying to build your business around selling your friends a $95 bottle of Nerium, I wouldn't call your friends because that's going to ruin your relationship. But when your call goes like this, hey, Joe, I found a way for us to make a ton of money. Maybe this isn't for you, but if you see what I see, dude, we're going to be filthy, stinking rich. If your call goes like that, now your friend Joe is going to be like, all right, send me the video. The point is Dennis went through the training. Dennis said, dude, that's exactly what I've been saying. And so what did he start doing yesterday? He hit the ground running. And so I'm telling you, if you want your people to stick and you want to give them some tools outside of posting in the group, get them into that training, get them to knock out that training. And then what I will do for everybody who completes that training, I will do a 20-minute kickoff call with every single person. We'll go over their list. We'll explain to them how to make those phone calls and give them some one-on-one personal training on how to actually go out and introduce this business. Listen, everybody on this phone, everybody on this webinar, everybody listen to this recording, everybody that got in this industry, hundreds of millions of people, they did not say before they got in the industry, man, I can't wait till a network marketer calls me up and pitches me a business because I'm ready to go. No, they got approached by somebody and they didn't know about the industry before, or maybe they didn't have the wrong idea, but they've met with somebody who cared enough to share with them a business opportunity and they got in. Listen, I've only been in the industry 5 years. I wish when I was 20, somebody came up to me and said, Justin, I've got a way for you to make $10,000 a month and you don't have to work a 9 to 5. And so people are just afraid to call their warm market because most of the time it's because it's the rejection, right? You don't want your friend to say, no, I'm not interested. If you can get that out of your head, realize you're not trying to sell anybody. You're just trying to invite them to take a look at something. And not worry about what the outcome is, you guys are going to be successful. But again, get in there, finish that training, and anybody that finishes the training, I will be happy to get on a call with you guys. Dave is working. Look, I could point right to Dave. I don't know if you guys see that. Dave is working on. Dave is working on Dave is good at this. I mean, Dave is good about how to go in and find people that are looking and what kind of message. So Dave has graciously volunteered to put together a kind of a social media one-on-one document, something to start out with, to give you guys a couple of example posts, to give you guys a couple of ways to go in and start conversations with people that are, typing in more info. And so that we should have that finished up probably. What do you think, Dave? Maybe sometime next week?
Oh, definitely. Probably midweek.
Okay, perfect. That'll be in the file section. And so that'll be your social media marketing. One of the things, listen, my wife, I wasn't going to put her in the business. And then she said, hey, she's probably in the living room watching this training. I said to her, do you want to get in? And she said, sure. So she got in, and she's been in maybe a week now, and she's got I think she's got 10 or 11 members in her matrix. So she's got 11 people. They're all committed, which is the cool part. She's got all 11 of them are out there doing what she's doing. My wife has really perfected a couple of posts that she rotates and switches back and forth on. She doesn't put no link. She doesn't put no, I don't even think she puts a picture, but she puts some information and she gets like 20 to 25 people. Dave's probably picking them off because they're the ones that are but when Dave puts that document together, I'll have my wife put a couple of those posts on there. But we're putting that together, so that'll be some social media marketing, and then once we go live and we see who, listen, we're gonna have an AMP members only group. It's gonna be private. It's gonna be closed. We're gonna be pumping in a ton of value, a ton of training in that group. So when we go live, and the people that actually have skin in the game and stay on board and build this with us, we're going to do that. But right now we want to be giving you guys some alternatives. So the AMP training 101, guys, get in there and have everybody complete it. Get an old school notebook. It says right in there. People ask me all the time, Justin, I got a computer, a tablet, a laptop, a smartphone. Why the heck do I need to have a notebook? Guys, you want to have a notebook. I've got mine. Mine's green. I went with I've got two. This is my green one, and it's because it's the color of money. And this is, I mean, I've got my list in here. You know, I wrote my list of my warm market. You know, I've got in the front of my book, I've got my commitment statement. I've got everything in here. This notebook does not need Wi-Fi to connect. That's why. I mean, it's simple. I can bust this out anywhere and do what I need to do. Amy's got a notebook. Amy went through the training. So that's that. Personal development we talked about. You know, what book are you reading? You should, I don't care if you read 3 or 4 pages a day. I don't care if you're a slow reader. I don't care if you have to have it on audio. In fact, I just found a link. You can get the GoPro book for like $3. It'll literally download it to your Kindle or your iPhone or whatever the heck gadget you've got going on today. But go out and get yourself a book. If you're watching this, if you've never got GoPro, get GoPro, start with it. It'll be the best $6 that you ever spent. Back to that point, somebody asked me, I think it was Tim. By the way, Tim, thanks for policing the no chat group. I don't know what is the big deal, folks, but I almost tried to figure out a way to, I wanted to just close the group. Like there was so much stuff going on, guys. We're keeping it for updates. But anyway, Tim said to me, what do I do when I get done building my team? What do you think about that question, Dave? What would you say to that?
Never.
That's almost like the question I got today. They asked me, how much will I make an hour?
What'd you say? I'm curious.
Oh man. Oh, I wish it was something witty. I don't know what it was.
But Tim says to me,
I was shocked.
Yeah,
I probably said that's not what it is.
Yeah, I've never heard that one. So Tim says to me, what happens when I get done building my team? I said, that doesn't have an end date. There's no end date. You're basically, it's networking. You know, I told Tim, and I told some of you guys this, consider that, think as if you have 50-yard line, 11-row Super Bowl tickets, you know, 2 of them, and for whatever reason, you can't go to the Super Bowl. You don't want those tickets to go to waste. You're probably going to call everybody you know, and so that's what you have. So you don't stop ever building a team. The bigger your team, the more people you bring in, guys, the more money you're going to get. You literally have a way to change somebody's financial situation for $13.99 a month, less than 2 Starbucks caramel macchiato coffees. How many people do you want to tell? Just running down a couple of things because I know we're coming up on an hour here. You know, people are asking themselves, you know, what if I'm not good at this? You know, what if I can't go out and build a team? And I asked Tim, what if the world ends today? I mean, that's what you're asking me. You know, what ifs are negative, and get rid of those. Being successful in life, again, 90% of success is mindset. Have a proper mindset. Go out there and, you know, stand in front of the mirror, do 50 push-ups, whatever you have to do to get in that mindset. Go read some motivational books. Go watch some videos. I tell people to start with their warm market, real simple, because those are the people you know. Those are the people that trust you. Start with the people that you know are successful. I mean, anybody that's an entrepreneur already, you tell them that they can own their own app store and they're successful, they're probably going to take a look. You know, you start with calling the people that trust you, because if you called somebody if somebody called me that I trusted, a best friend of mine, and they said, Justin, I've got this 2-minute video, you got to look at it. I'm going to watch the video. Networks this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Then you guys can jump on. 2 more things. Networks take time to build. You know, plant your flag and AMP for 12 months, guys. Somebody do the math real quick. That's what, 14 times 12. What's that? $150. So it would take you. Somebody want to do that? Anybody know that? 14 times 12.
180? Is that 180? I don't know.
I think it's less than that. Who's faster with their calculator? Dave, you had the calculator out. You had the calculator post the other day.
I'm too cold.
Okay, so for $168, you can commit right now and say, you know what? I'm going to budget. I'm going to put aside. I'm going to write a check. Write yourself a blank check for $168 so that it's an actual physical commitment, and say, I'm sticking this out for 12 months. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to stick in this business for 12 months. And then I close my little thing here. And then you go out and you work the business. Networks take time to build. You know, if you work this business for 12 months and, you know, maybe you bring in 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, you know, like I was talking about with Facebook, you know, I've got 3,500 friends on Facebook. Facebook only shows me my friends, but I know I've got friends of friends who have friends of friends. And that just, dude, if you could see your own Facebook down 9 connections of friends from you to the 9th connection, you got to have, some of us, the guys that have 5,000 friends, I only have 3,500. Some people have 5,000 friends out there, man. How long did it take you to build that network? And so plant your flag for 12 months. Consider yourself a part of the AMP family. No matter what happens over the next 12 months, you're going to invest $168 stinking dollars into building a multiple 5-figure a month business with AMP.
Well, when you say it that way.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing I think about when people say I can't do the $32.99 or I can't do this. If you knew where a briefcase full of $1 million was buried and you needed to spend $33 on a bus ticket to get to that briefcase, guess what? You'd find the $33 to get to that briefcase of money.
Quickly.
So there's always an answer for I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And again, that goes back to your mindset. Guys, a couple of things I wanted to wrap up with is I see people, and again, you can do whatever you want. You're your own boss. But when you welcome somebody that's just checking out the business and taking a tour, for me, it kind of takes away from when they join the business. And so what I do is if I have somebody that I know is taking the tour, or even somebody that I know might be interested but hasn't had a chance to take the tour yet and opt in, I'll add them to the group so that they can see what's going on. But you should let them join, let them actually jump in, let them get set up and become an AMP member, so that, you know, they take the tour and you welcome them, and then 3 or 4 days later they become a member. You know, it's kind of like, it kind of deflates it's a little deflated at the time. That's just my suggestion. But again, you guys can really do whatever you want there. And then I want to talk about the funnels. If you're marketing into a cold market, and so that means you're posting in the groups, or, you know, you're instant messaging somebody to take a look at the business through Messenger, or you're putting a banner out there, or whatever it is, use a funnel. Don't send them to your ampstore.io, to your replicated website, because then you're not going to know if they're interested in taking a look at the business. When you send them the funnel, you capture their name and email address, you get them into the autoresponders, and then the system is sending them out every day or so an email about the business, number one. And number two, I almost want to have them remove it, but I know some people are using it. But that funnel we had in the beginning still has that cartoon video on there. I would recommend that you guys use one of the 3 new funnels, which has either the new video or the one without the video. In fact, my wife said to me yesterday, she's having more success with the one without the video. And again, you can talk to 10 online marketers and it'll split almost down the middle. 5 will say that you should not show them a video until they opt in. And the other 5 will tell you that you should show them a video in order to get them to opt in. This has been the chicken and egg debate in online marketing for as long as it's been happening. For me, I'm not putting my name and email address in until you show me. I click on these things all the time just to see what people are promoting, and they go to these capture pages with this flashy car in the background, and it says earn 6 figures. Give me your name and email address, and I'll show you how.
Yeah, no.
And
way.
I don't put my information in there. So, but some people do. My wife's having more success with the one that says the Angry Birds and Candy Crush that has no video. But use those new ones, guys. They're much more attractive than that original one we created. And last update, we are putting together a new landing page. Dave had a chance to take a look at it. It's going to be much more precise, simpler, more information for them to actually understand what the business is. We've got a ton of traffic going to the website, guys. Our Alexa ranking is going up every single day. If you don't know, you can go to alexa.com and you can type in any website you want and you can see what the traffic is there. We're going up every day. In fact, we're all the way up to like 40,000 of every single website in the world in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom seems to be a big hit for us. We got a lot of guys coming in from Europe. But use those funnel links, and the new landing page. I just saw a mock. It just got built today. It's supposed to be hooking up with the graphics guy tomorrow to fine tweak it, and we're hoping that we can launch the new landing page on Monday. So the funnels, when you opt in, it's going to take you this page. It's pretty slick. It's got some cash on there, and it's much more attractive. So hopefully we can convert on a lot more of those people that are visiting that. I'm done rambling. You guys want to touch on anything?
I'll say something real quick. I am really proud of my team. A girl that she had reason for why she's actually exiting the business, which is crazy, right? But apparently she's a really high leader in another company, and so she's playing right into what we believe in, which is focus. And so she's made a very hard decision, but she said some really nice things before she exited. But my team really stepped up when they found out that she was exiting. They really gave her some encouraging words, and they were really trying to help her decide to stay. And so I feel like we're in a family here, which is nice, and people care about each other. And so I'm so glad that I'm committed to staying here for the long term.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Jake, you want to add anything else? You good? Amy?
I'm good.
Yeah, no, I just agree with everything Dave was just saying. I think that we have an amazing team, and I think we have a lot of energy and a lot of folks that are excited and looking forward to working some more. And you know, I don't know, I'm very excited about this, and I think that we definitely have the best thing out there right now. And I think that a lot of our whole team, my team's doing amazing. I'm really proud of them, and we're all just a big group. It's fun. It's really fun.
Amen. Guys, again, if this isn't if this isn't the one for you, that's okay. We're not asking you to stay here. We want you to stay, but we want you to be committed. Again, 12 months, $168 is what it's going to cost you. And you're sitting in at the perfect time. We're going to be launching here shortly, and then that's when the fun's going to start. So thanks for coming out. For those of you that are stuck in, I didn't get any other questions in the YouTube. This will go up on my YouTube channel. You can share this with your team and get plugged in, get connected. If nobody else has anything to say, we'll go ahead and cut it out. You guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you online.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin.
Thanks, Dave. Right. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Jake.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.